folks, welcome to my channel. Before we start, let me introduce myself. I'm Salsabila Shafania from class Science 7 in 8th Senior High School in Bandung. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a short explanation about news item. So, without any further ado, let's just jump into the video. Have you guys heard about news item text? Or have you read it somewhere, whether in an online or offline platform? Or do you like to watch the news in the television or in the radio that being spoken by the news anchor? Of course you have. Those kind of things that I mentioned before are the example of news item. There are so many kind of text that we can find in our daily life. It can be criminal news, business news, politic news, and even the celebrity or entertainment news. Anyway, do you know what the news item is? Well, news item is a text which informs readers about events of the day. The events are considered newsworthy and important. To be a news, an event should be unique, unusual, and even controversial. For example, if a person got bitten by a dog, that's very usual, isn't it? But what if a dog got bitten by a person? That's what we call unusual, unique, and controversial. Okay, let's get back to the topic. From the example before, we can conclude that if there is an important event that should be known by many people, then this event deserves a news. Well, the news text is called the news item text. Anyway, do you know what is the purpose in writing news item text? The main purpose in writing a news item text is certainly to present some information about newsworthy and important events of the day. In every kind of text that we found, there should always be a generic structure. And that's the same thing for news item text. Shortly, there are three generic structures that should be included in a news item text. What are they? So, first one is main event or newsworthy event. Well, the main event is usually included with the recount of the event in a summary form. Second one is elaboration or background event. Elaboration is usually filled with the explanation of the event in detail. This part usually answers the question what, why, who, when, where, and how the event happened. Last but not least, we have resource of information. Resource is the last structure of news item text, which contained with the comments of the participant in, witness to, and authorities expert on the event. To make it easy to analyze whether a text is called a news item text or not, there are some language features that a news item text has which make it a different among the other texts. First one, it is focusing on circumstances. So it usually using a simple language in writing the text. Besides that, a news should be easy to be understood by any people in any range of age, so the message that the news want to be delivered will be delivered informatively. Second one, it usually use saying verb such as informed, said, reported, and many more. This happen because in writing news item text, we also often use reported speech kind of sentence, which is a sentence that we use to tell what another person said, informed, or even reported. Sometimes, in the beginning of the news, the scene also could be mentioned. For example, Jakarta, 3rd of December 2023. Last but not least, it usually uses past tense in explaining news events. But if it is a fact that until now still happen or still in the form of fact, then we can use simple present tense. For example, take a look at this sentence. An entomologist, Mark Maffei, 55, discovered the cricket-like creature up a tree on New Zealand's Little Barrier Island. That sentence is written in past tense because it was happening in the past. But what if we take a look at this sentence? The insect is called a weta bug and has a huge wingspan of 7 inches and weighs as much as 3 mice. The sentence is written in simple tense because it is a fact which still happens until now. Okay, folks, so we already talked about the definition, the generic structure, and even the language feature of news item text. How do you feel? Are you feeling confused? Or maybe happy because you fully understand my explanation? Well, I hope you are in my second guess. Well, learning are not complete if we haven't do doing, am I right? So, last but not least, I'm going to give you an example of news item text to make you understand about this material completely. Here is an example that I got. The title of the text is Hundreds of Thousands Affected by Floods, Landslides as the Heaviest Rain in 60 Years Hit Southern China. Almost half a million people have been affected by floods and landslides in the Chinese province of Guangdong, according to authorities, after parts of southern China were hit by the heaviest downpours in 60 years over the weekend. Flooding caused by the torrential rain has forced 177,600 people to relocate, destroyed 1,729 houses, damaged 27.13 hectares of crop, and caused losses of more than $250 million, Guangdong's Department of Emergency Management said Tuesday. Guangdong is one of at least 7 provinces where the record rainfall has caused severe landslides and flooded roads, according to state media. In southwestern Guizhou province, swollen rivers spilled over roads, sweeping away cars and homes, videos on social media showed. The downpours come amid warning by experts that extreme weather is becoming more frequent. Precipitation in Guangxi, Guangdong, and Fujian reached its highest since 1961, local weather bureaus said on Saturday, as those areas recorded an average rainfall of 621 millimeters, which is 24.4 inches, in the 46-day period from 1st of May and 15th of June, according to state news agency Xinhua. That figure is equal to more than 90% of the countrywide average 672.1 millimeters for the whole 2021, based on the data by the National Climate Center. Weather experts say conditions are ripe for further heavy rainstorms in the south of the country and heat waves in the north. Cold and warm air has converged over southern China, and the two sides have entered a deadlock and a tug of war. Wang Weiyu, an analyst at weather.com.cn, an arm of China Meteorological Administration, told Reuters. Heavy rain is forecast to persist until Tuesday in the southern provinces of Guizhou, Jiangxi, Anhui, Zhejiang, and Guangxi, and then move northward. Okay, folks, now let's analyze the structure of the text together. In the first paragraph of the text, we can see that there is the main event structure. In this part, we can see the paragraph explain that almost half a million people have been affected by floods and landslides in the Chinese province of Guangdong and how it affected the people and infrastructures there. Next, for the second one, we have elaboration. This part included from the second until the fourth paragraph. As we can see, this part explains the detail of the event, from the background of the record of rainfall in Guangdong, the record of precipitation in Guangxi, which reached its highest since 1961, and the expert opinion of the event, and also completed with many data related to the event. The question what, why, when, and etc. can be answered by this elaboration part. And third one, last but not least, we have resource. This part located in the last paragraph of the news item text. Based on the text above, we can see that the resource part is filled with the statement of Wang Weiyu, an analyst at weather.com and an arm of the China Meteorological Administration. He said that cold and warm air has converged over southern China, and two sides have entered a deadlock and a tug of war. And if we take a look furthermore, we can also find that the sentences in the text above are all written in a simple way. The simple, the better. They also use past simple in writing past event and simple tense for writing a fact. And as well as we all can see, there are so many saying verbs found in the text above. Congratulations, folks! You have finished a short journey of learning a new language with me today. The news item text is very important in our daily life to keep us updated with all the news important events that happen all around the world. I hope this video helps you a lot with your English learning progress. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!